Guess who's back?
Oh, and we're back staring at
again.
this lovely thing. And look, he doesn't even look at the camera
Dante's
properly.
back.
How cool is he?
Tell your friends.
He's so
Just
cool.
look to the camera.
Alright.
He can sleep with
does,
them.
To your right.
Once again, we are with Jake, which is me, Kane, which is over there,
Right.
and
Jake, who has made many mistakes in this simple game, as he calls it.
It's a game
Such
for
a simple
babies.
game, a game for babies.
baby game, some would say.
This game is only for children.
I wouldn't say that.
Just like tricks. They're for kids.
Now, I was gonna say something in the arguments that we raised in the last episode.
Yes.
Which points were made that this is indeed similar in gameplay to previous DmC games.
Yes, it is.
Therefore, meaning that the only thing different about it would be its aesthetic, which is the number one thing Jake has said is good about this game.
And it's honestly not that different.
Judging by what he has said, piecing it all together, gameplay is similar, and the thing that has
You said that
changed,
yourself.
the
That's
thing
on
that has
record.
changed is the aesthetic, and you enjoy the aesthetic.
Also, Dante himself.
Ergo, you like this game.
Batter up.
Oh no! This time he
I was
grabbed
gonna
it.
talk
Oh,
Boom!
Say cheese.
I will honestly stay playing this game
Wanna
more.
stay?
It is alright. I'm not minding the game as much. I still hate it for what it is and what it has caused Devil May Cry to become.
Which is what?
Probably shouldn't have jumped off of that.
Which is what?
Dead, Frank. Devil May
It
Cry
was
is dead.
before this.
Yeah, what came out before this? Devil May Cry 4.
It was dead before this,
How
and
many
then this
years
came out.
How many years before this did
This was
DmC
so-
4?
Devil May Cry came out. Devil May Cry, the remake, HD remake came out. And then Devil May Cry 4, the HD remake, remaster edition with Virgil came out. So technically speaking, the last Devil May Cry release was after DmC.
Yeah, right. The last new Devil May Cry release.
Yeah.
Because the ones prior to that were all remakes and HD revamps.
Yeah, exactly
So it
right.
wasn't a brand
so
new
clearly
game.
there's still some interest in old Dante.
Or
especially
they were doing
to happen.
that to try to revive it.
And maybe it worked. It did sell actually reasonably well, if memory serves correctly.
Maybe it did work so well they got an American or a Canadian company to do it.
How old did this game sell?
Honestly, I don't think it did too bad. Problem
yeah,
is,
get a revamp.
Ninja Theory. The main guy
ninja.
from the ninja from Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
When the release of this game was happening, and I should probably say it as well, just in case anyone else hasn't played the older game. This is the remastered version where certain things were fixed very heavily. It wasn't always this smooth and this sort of good, I suppose. So in the beginning of it, people were a bit worried about this new Dante, as they obviously would be, because they're so used to old Dante. And
Case in point.
me, exactly right. So they were a little bit upset, more or less, about this new Dante. And so they were looking to the developers to, go, well, this is the direction we're going with it, this is what's happening. And there was one quote where the main guy, I can't remember his name, he shaved his head, it's like some weird European name. And he basically...
Let's call him Stefan.
Stefan, alright. Stefan of Ninja Theory. And he basically said what you're saying, Kane. He went, old Dante with the white hair and the red coat, that's not cool anymore. If he walked into a pub, he would get laughed out. And that was more or less his exact quote.
He would.
And, yeah, of course he would. And, oh, that's right, I gotta...
Ooh.
It's so easy.
Such an easy game.
Wait,
Tricks
no,
for kids.
no, what was that? I flew in that normally,
Tricks for kids.
and it still had that little oh, I'm dead.
And
Okay,
dead,
alright.
Because you're racing the crushing walls, so
Tricks for
the
kids.
hooking makes you go faster.
I see.
See, shit
And-
like this is why this game was fucking awesome. This just looks amazing.
Anyway, Luke, thanks for waking up there, buddy. It was basically a case of not only was he basically saying, hey, fuck you for liking it before, he got very flippant because, understandably so, because he was this developer getting all this new stuff, and people were very against him. Again, somewhat understandably, but I guess as a new developer...
Ooh.
Oh, okay, I didn't know they did that.
So,
what,
Come
as a
directly
new
towards
developer-
you doing nothing else?
Well, the last one just sort of sat there, did nothing. As a new developer, I can understand why he was a little bit upset by it all, but he definitely turned heel and got very aggressive towards the fans, which made them even angrier because people on the internet are just very angry people. And
You're on the internet, aren't you?
am I not very angry?
You are very angry.
Then what's the problem?
No, I'm just saying.
Jesus, Frank!
I just want everything to be outlined properly.
This debate isn't anything specific to do with DmC. It doesn't hold that much. power in that fight.
It
'Cause
actually
I remember
does, Kane. If
remember-
DmC doesn't succeed, nothing will succeed.
This is the only thing that can bring back Devil May Cry.
I remember
I'm a righteous warrior right now.
another big debate came when Infamous 2 was coming out.
Yes.
Because the original design for that character, when they redid Cole for the second game,
Yes.
he looked very different.
Did he?
He had hair. He looked a lot more like
little bit
Nathan
hair.
Drake because everyone said, "Hey, get Nathan Drake out of my game. You suck. I won't buy it if you don't change it."
Okay.
So they ended up changing it. Also, much like this guy, he had clothing that had a random Union Jack on it. So
Oh,
maybe
froze
the
his
incident
friend.
is a bunch of Anglophobes, but they ended up changing the design after that, and I think the hate died down.
So I
Well-
actually reviewed this game when it first came out on PS3, way back when that was, and I remember I gave it a pretty good review. I gave it, I think, an 8 out of 10 was the review structure we did on that site, and I remember getting immense backlash from readers because having not been that big of a fan of the original series of games with the previous Dante, I was like, yeah, this is a cool game. I really like this game. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Yeah, I got absolutely slammed because, and the main reason was people just didn't like how he looked,
Yeah.
or his attitude, or his new personality, and all that. I mean, I guess that's fair enough, but I don't think it's meant to be the same character. I don't think this is meant to be in the same timeline or chronology.
No, it's a completely different
That's why
universe.
I feel like
He's
if
not
you
even
look
the
at
same. Like he's not. Dante originally was human and devil.
Yeah.
This guy's Nephilim, angel and
it-
devil.
Yeah, which I think if you look at it from that perspective, this is not even the same
Can you hear me?
Dante, not even the same timeline, chronology, nothing.
No.
I feel like they could have probably enjoyed the game a lot more if they could put the previous series out of their head.
Well,
See, I think this is the
He's back.
this is the entire thing, though, because Luke played the game and gave it a pretty good score. I played the game and enjoyed it because that was its job. It was a reboot. It was supposed to get new blood into the DmC franchise. It had the unfortunate side effect of angering the people that were already into it, but they wanted to get new people into it who hadn't played 1 through 4 and didn't know the story
Check
of
out that for a
Dante
hitbox.
or the actual Devil May Cry shop or whatever, and demon hunting and strawberry sundaes and all that.
I think if you want to like it, you will like it. Simple as that. It's as good as, I guess, your tolerance for a thing that you like. So like I really love Digimon, and I watched Appley Monsters, and that was subpar. But I still watched it and I was like, this is fun for me because it's still Digimon. It wasn't as good as the mainstay series though. I didn't hate on it for that. I was just like, nah, I'll just accept it for what it is. Written by the dude that made Yokai Watch. That's why it seems like Yokai Watch.
Something
It's
different.
just as the way it was. I don't think it destroyed Digimon.
I think
No, but
people-
Digimon is still going to be a thing, and Digimon was definitely there's a recurring cast of characters. Like you get the first season with Ty and that, then you get Davis and all that. It's constantly sort of evolving. Whereas with this, it's basically your characters no longer exist. Like if this was like
hold on a second. With Appley Monsters, they were not called Digimon anymore. They were called Applymon. They changed the entire structure of Digimon for that.
But did
I'll
Digimon
say
come
this-
back?
No, there was Appley Monsters.
Oh, so there's no more Digimon.
Well, no, there will be, but in that series, it was Appley Monsters. Agumon was not in that. Gabumon
I'll
was not in
defend
that.
Jake here for a moment. I think the difference with Digimon, and you do have a good point, Frank. The difference though with Digimon is that I don't think fans of Digimon are like Appley Monsters is going to kill the franchise.
No.
There will be another Digimon.
It's already dead anyway.
Well, they did get very irate.
Japan, no.
that they
In
were
Japan,
called
no, but here it's
Applemon.
dead.
Here, yeah. In Japan, there will be more Digimon.
Yeah, there will be.
Whereas
Can you when that comes up,
Devil
can
May
you use
Cry?
the hook?
the original Dante and that
Perhaps
technology
I'll
is
give that
dead.
a try.
Everybody knows that is not coming back.
I don't remember if that's a thing, but
I
If that
was
does
using
come back,
the
I'll eat my own hat, but I don't. I'm pretty sure the fans know the original Dante, the original chronology of games. That is dead. It's never coming back.
But I feel like that isn't a cause of this game's release.
No,
No, it has nothing to do with its release.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying that this game killed the series. No, it didn't.
you
I think
didn't.
the series was dead to begin with.
I think that's
And-
why the
Okay.
fans are angry. I think
If
they're
the-
upset that it is
Alright.
dead.
if the series wasn't dead, they would have made Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, they wouldn't have
felt
made this.
They had to reboot it to get any kind of interest in it.
Capcom wouldn't
Okay.
have gone to Ninja Theory and said, hey, make a Devil May Cry game because we need to get American audiences back into this. They wouldn't have done that had it not already been dead.
That said, I think the real problem that these fans have, and they probably won't admit it, is that they aren't just angry that this Dante exists. They're more angry that the original series died.
Which is
And they wish that it
understandable.
didn't.
That feeds into it.
I've enjoyed series that have, ended, and they obviously are going to get upset or sad by that because you want to play more games for the franchise, but
I mean, you can still play, like I was saying to you, Jake, off recording, you can still play the original Devil May Cry.
I can, and
You totally can go back and play them.
like Devil May Cry 4, for instance, when that ended, that was a lot of questions. Who's Nero? Like, is he Virgil's son? What's Dante gonna do? All that sort of stuff. And people generally want to watch what happens with that. They want to keep going with it because it was basically the chronology is number 3, number 2, number 1, number 4.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But basically, 4 was Dante in his prime. Like, that's when he's 100% crazy, fully, like, everything's already done, completed. And then you get Nero. See,
was the game you played
look
as
at
Nero.
this guy. Look at him. Look how snarly he is. And he doesn't even know the camera's watching him. And he's just walking around snarling and everything.
I think he actually looks worse because you put him in the first costume, which isn't designed for him.
Arguably better, some would say.
I get what you mean, but I think the point is that this game didn't kill the franchise because if it was going to continue, they would have just made a sequel game. This game exists because the franchise was dying.
One thing that makes me understand why this was such a big mistake as well, because Capcom themselves has trailed back and gone, fuck, let's remake Devil May Cry 4. Get some interest back in. They realised how much of a mistake it was.
Capcom make bad decisions anyway.
Capcom make a million bad decisions.
They're trying to make $1 on what they've lost,
Yeah.
Exactly. But one thing about this, just you know what? We'll save it for the next episode. Or we continue here.
Yeah, we'll start the next mission.
Alright, remember the thought, though.
Remember the thought. Something tells me, seeing as we're going to record this straight after,
Behind
that I will be able to remember what I'm about to say.